What everybody, Glitcher Bro 23 here, back with another RA the Rugged Man reaction. Hey man, we finally got. I didn't even know this track was on this album. Well, it would make sense for it to be on this album, but I didn't even know the title of this track existed. Legends Never Die, Daddy's Halo, or Hollow. I think it's Halo though. I think it's Halo. Halo, if I'm not mistaken, is the golden ring above an angel. You know, so. But his dad's. It's like, is this a track dedicated? Actually, you know what? It has to be. Look at the album cover. And from what my knowledge of what you guys told me, Uncommon Valor, R.A. was speaking from his dad's perspective. He was a soldier in Vietnam, I believe. So it would totally fit the album cover if that's what he's doing right now, and kind of like bits and pieces I remember from other tracks from R.A., you know? So, this should be dope. This should be very personal and interesting. If you guys want more from R.A., we're about to have a grind of reactions of nothing but R.A. starting today, and since this is the last video for the day, though, there will be like 3 R.A. reactions tomorrow. Look, I'll show you. We have Wondering, Firstborn, and then The Afterlife. And I think these are all from his latest album. So if you guys are excited, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below what you want to see next. Share this with more RA fans without wasting any more time, because I have a tendency of doing that in the intro. Let's get into it.
Make love and make war. So I went off, I made the war, and then after I made the love, I had the wife and the 6 children, as I told you about.
Damn! Ari's dad was getting him some. He got some cheeks. Hold up. He said 6 children, man. That's tough. That's tough. The only one I remember is like, I remember him talking about his sister, who I think he said was, in quotes, mentally retarded, and his brother had some disability too, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what the name of that track, but I know I listened to it. It's on my playlist, because I really enjoy that personal track and feeling that from that RA song.
Making love is tougher than making war. Making war is a lot easier.
That's interesting.
Yo, my heart feel like it's suffering from strangulation. Tears flying out of my eyes, my heart racing, and my hands shaking. The last days of your life.
Oh, he said, tears falling out of my eyes, my heart racing, my hands shaking. I wonder if he's starting, like, the start of this track is like, his dad is just coming home from war. I wonder if that's what he's doing right here. Yo, this already has that stupid personal vibe to, like, RA. Like, that's what I love, man. I've said this from day one. I love when artists are very personal about, like, in their music. I love when artists get in their feelings, like, talk about their past, their struggles, their pain, or, like, their current situations right now. So, I can appreciate this because it's RA's story. Like, no one can take that away from him. There are people who've been through similar situations, but no one can take away his story that he's telling right here.
Visit cancer patient, I'm staring at your corpse, praying and waiting for you.
That's why I remember he said his dad got some kind of disease that might be cancer. I remember him mentioning that. What is the name of that track? Give me a second. Still Get Through the Day, featuring Iman. That's the track I've been talking about in the past few reactions. I remember him mentioning, like, that was a track where he mentions his sister being quote-unquote mentally retarded, and his dad might have cancer, and he was just talking about a lot of his, like, family struggles with, like, illnesses and sicknesses and diseases, you know?
In the last days of your life as a cancer patient, I'm staring at your corpse, praying and waiting for you to awaken. 21 gun salute for the hero. The burial was beautiful.
He's speaking from his perspective. He said these are his last days as a cancer patient. So his dad's about to die when he's telling his story right here. And then he's talking about looking down at his corpse.
One gun salute for the hero. The burial was beautiful. Both Green Berets and Screaming Eagles attended the funeral. I was mad at God like he murdered you. As a father, you couldn't have done a better job. All 6 of your children basically worshipped you. If I need advice, I always came to you to discuss it. You was the only person since the day I was born I ever trusted. Through poverty, death, disease, and sickness, you'd always somehow find a way to turn the situation optimistic.
Through poverty, sickness, and through poverty, disease, and sickness, you always found a way to turn everything optimistic. He said, I came to you when I needed advice. That's incredible, man. Like, and that's still good through the day. That's from the same album. Wow, so this whole album is dedicated to his father in a way. This whole album is dedicated to his father. And that makes sense because another track that I listened to from this album, Learn Truth, is talking about war and politics. His father was in the war. Man. Dude, this album might be one of the greatest. One of the greatest albums ever.
Worshipped you. If I need advice, I always came to you to discuss it. You was the only person since the day I was born I ever trusted. Through poverty, death, disease, and sickness, you'd always somehow find a way to turn the situation optimistic. I was a big fat kid, overweight, so to clown me, you brought me to Fat Boys. It was my very first rap tape. In the neighborhood, you had a name, you was feared.
I like what he did with that. He said, as a kid, I was overweight, but so you bought me a tape of Fat Boys. I like that. I like that.
Tape in the neighborhood, you had a name, you was feared and respected. Other fathers walked out on their kids and left them neglected. My only regret about not selling out and getting richer is that if I made millions, I could have shared it and spent it with you. I miss you. I love you, Daddy.
He said the neighborhood feared his father. You were the only one that didn't walk away. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. It's not even done yet, and I know this is going to be on my playlist. I just know it, man. Like, how the fuck can you hate a song like this? It's got everything you need. It's got storytelling. It's got flow. It's got rhyme schemes. It's got bars. It's got a beautiful instrumental. It's paying homage to someone that means the world to RA. It's relatable to at least 50% of the population in the world. Like, how can you not respect this? How can you hate on that track like this?
Yo, part good Samaritan, part criminal, a master with weapons, nice with his hands. He was rugged man, the original. As children we saw you losing your sanity. Even though we watched you struggle financially, you kept the love in the family. Daddy, I'm thinking about...
Even though you struggled financially, you kept the love in the family. You know how difficult it is to be in poverty? Like, with the disease. Like, and raise 6 kids? That's like fucking... That's like 20 shit right there. That's like 1920s type shit. Like, that's a fucking movie right there. Bro, shout outs, hands down, shout out to R.A.'s father, man. Rest in peace.
As children we saw you losing your sanity. Even though we watched you struggle financially, you kept the love in the family. Daddy, I'm thinking about you every day though. I can see you holding a machine gun in heaven with angel wings and a halo. You was always quick to pick a pocket. You the only one in heaven, probably slick enough to pull off stealing God's wallet. In life the Lord ain't really dear you a fair one. Watch.
Oh, he said you're always quick to pick a pocket. Even in heaven you might be slipping God's wallet. He said, hey, we know, he's being honest. He said, we know you weren't, I know you weren't the greatest man, but you were always You were always trying to help provide for us. Bro, that's a real father right there. He'll go to he'll literally do anything for his kids. He stole for his kids. That's a real father.
Feeling God's wilder than life, the Lord ain't really dear you a fair one. I watched you bury your baby boy, your daughter and your grandson. You lived one hell of a life, from being highly decorated to being homeless, sleeping in the park with your pregnant wife. If I acted up in a restaurant, I knew I was being brave, cause you take me to the bathroom and spank me till I knew how to behave. Taught me prayers at night and you tell me Bible stories. Taught me history, crazy horse and his tribal glories. How many times as a kid I seen you handcuffed by the cops? You taught...
Oh, how many times as a kid I see you handcuffed by the cops? And he said that, which this makes sense, like, he said that he used to, like, his father used to tell him, like, history stories and Bible verses. Like, that really explains R.A.'s, like, entire career. Like, the way he talks about topic-wise, that's all you need to hear right there. His father taught him about past, about history, about religion, about life. He said he was brave because he knew his father would take him to the bathroom and if he misbehaved and spank him until he learned his lesson. Come on, man. Come on. He's putting his entire life. He is owing everything to where he's at in his career, in his life. He owes that all to his dad. And he's paying homage to the man who raised him. Come on, man. It doesn't get realer than that.
In his tribal glories. How many times as a kid I seen you handcuffed by the cops? You taught us black music, Sam Cooke, the Drifters, the Four Tops. Taught me about boxing, Ray Leonard and Larry Holmes. Around the same time you left my mother for Debbie Jones. I told the world your true story, and after the record got made, Uncommon Valor, some said I dropped the verse of the decade. Everywhere you went, you tell...
After making Uncommon Valor, they said I dropped the verse of the decade. And that was one of the dopest verses ever, though. His verse with on Uncommon Valor, bro. That shit was wicked. That was so dope.
Mother for Debbie Jones. I told the world your true story, and after the record got made, Uncommon Valor, some said I dropped the verse of the decade. Everywhere you went, you tell the world about your son, Rugged Man. You was so proud of me, Daddy. You was my #1 fan. You was always bragging about me to no purpose. On your deathbed, you was playing my Mayweather interview for the nurses. Losing you, Daddy, it hurt more than any physical pain. You was too young.
Ooh. Imagine that. On his deathbed, he's playing his son's song.
Interview for the nurses, losing you, Daddy, it hurt more than any physical pain. You was too young when the cancer went from your throat and into your brain. You was my teacher, my idol, I worshipped you. You was the best, Daddy. You lived a tough life, now get some rest, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
What the fuck what is there to critique? He just paid the utmost respect to the man who not only brought him life, but who taught him life. Like, man, there is. Oh my god, that was fucking. Oh my god. And then you just heard he was about to cry. He was about to cry at the end of that verse. He was about to cry at the end of that verse. If he would have cried, I definitely would have. I'm on the verge of crying. Not because I only have to pee, but... Man. Shit, man. That's wild. Absolutely. Man. I feel like this is the type of song I would play at my dad's funeral. Because I owe my dad everything. Everything. Like, I would not be who I am without him. He may not be like one of the smartest mans like how R.A.'s dad is, but he damn sure is one of the strongest like dudes I know, like mentally and physically. Like, he taught me how to be tough, man. He really did. I owe him everything. I owe him like everything in life, and I know we always have our like we always have our differences, but man, I really wouldn't be here without. What the fuck is your deal? I would not be who I am without my father. I just wouldn't. Shout out to all the dads out there. Dude, every fucking track from this album has been, like, fucking incredible, man. Like, every single track. And I'm on the verge of saying this is, like, RA's best album. And I haven't even dove, like, that deep into his discography, but every track from this album has been insane. It's been... every track from this album has left me speechless. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you somehow cannot find, like, any, like, way to... If you somehow find a way to critique this, like, you just don't know music. I'm sorry. I'm just led to believe that you don't know what music is. So, you don't have any respect or taste in music. But y'all guys let me know what y'all thought about that, man. I'm adding this track right now to my playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, do me a huge favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below what you want to see next. Share some more RA fans. Like I said, we have nothing but RA, the Rugged Man reactions coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Hit that bell if you are new to the channel. But other than that, man, this was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gone, y'all.